scrawled all over our Facebook walls by our friends who think they have a clue. Conspiracy theorists were once thought to be mentally ill, until more in-depth recent studies discover that their mentality is based on one element: a fundamental lack of trust. Extreme forms of mistrust can lead to mental paranoia. For example, ever had a friend or a loved one break your trust? You may forgive them, and it will take time to rebuild the broken trust. But that is not after battling the paranoia it creates. You go through a phase where nothing they say or do, even if proven empirically that it is the truth, will always be seen as deception. You deny circumstances and coincidence and start to see conspiracy and lies around every turn. You will not objectively evaluate the evidence and follow more emotional instinct. You experience feelings of neglect and alienation. When you try to rationalize your thought process by measuring pros and cons, you denigrate all information you disagree with and only accept what falls within your mindset at face value. This is known as motivated skepticism. Conspiracy theorists also never seem to be on one side or the other, but look at the bigger picture and accept all mainstream ideas. This leads to contradictory ideas. For example, the more you think Bin Laden died before the raid in Abbottabad, the more you think he's still alive. When confronted with any evidence to the contrary, they claim everyone is lying, which is the ultimate form of gullibility. You're essentially lying to yourself. The cost of conspiracy cover-ups is so vast that it would lead to large amounts of debt, and most countries like the US would financially collapse far beyond any recession we have ever seen. Not only that, every country in the world had to be in on it, which is impossible due to differences in the government and cultural morality and social norms. Not every country would believe in covering up aliens or technology, but hey, America is the only country and culture that exists, right? It doesn't help, however, when we have uncovered conspiracies, such as Watergate and the Nixon administration.
Hey, you stupid hippies!
But that is the trap. Once you discover or find a real conspiracy, the easier it is to believe the next one that comes around, no matter how ludicrous it is.